Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to Paper Terrace and welcome to another small shop spotlight. You're probably not used to seeing my face on these videos, but I really just wanted to start out here, and then in a few minutes we're going to turn the camera around to some more pretty things that you can see. But today we are talking about someone who you've probably heard me talk about if you have been subscribed for a while, and that is Cara Brandon. She is also known as Cara Brandon Creations, and there's really not a whole lot that she doesn't do in this creative community. So we have a lot to go over, and I am going to actually go ahead and flip the screen around. I wanted to show you some of my favorite printables that she does. That's kind of the main thing that she's known for. So on the screen, I will list which printable I am showing you at the time so that I can keep telling you a little bit about her. So Cara has been on YouTube for a few years. I guess I don't know exactly, but she does have a YouTube channel where she shares lots of inspiration, fun projects. She does different challenges. She does lots of different collaborations, and she really puts a lot of time and energy into her YouTube channel. I don't even think that she gives herself enough credit for the amazing content that she shares with us. She has an Etsy shop, which she's doing amazing at. I believe when I last looked, she had nearly 12,000 orders, almost 12,000 sales, which is crazy. So like I said, in her shop, she mostly sells printables. And I actually remember a couple years back, she messaged me and asked me a couple questions about starting up an Etsy shop where she would sell printables. I didn't have a lot of advice to give her because I do printables in a very different manner than she was looking to do. And I just remember that kind of out of nowhere, she really just took off with this idea, and I was impressed from the start. She has an endless amount of printables in her shop for every theme that you can think of. And I can't even imagine how much time she puts into creating these, but it almost seems like they are always she's always coming out with new printables, and it's so much fun to see. I know that she has a Facebook group, and she is pretty big on her Ko-Fi page. I never know if it's Ko-Fi or Coffee, but it's kind of the same idea as Patreon, if you're familiar with that, in a sense that you can subscribe and pick a tier, and she shares different free printables in there, and I'm gonna have all of her links below, obviously, and I hope that you will check them out. She's also on Instagram and TikTok, and now I want to go ahead and actually complete a quick little project using her printables so that you can see how they come together. And then after that, I want to show you a few projects that I created using her printables because they are beautiful, and I am just so excited to be talking about her. And as I'm showing you this last kit, this was one of my favorites, the rainbow kit. I wanted to let you know that I print most of these just on regular printer paper using my HP Envy 6055, and I am a part of the ink program. I'm gonna have links below for that as well. But I printed this last tag set on a cream cardstock, and I actually printed on the back so that you have a double-sided tag, and I loved how these turned out. Unfortunately, my printer stopped working just as I was finished printing up because I printed so many, but all of these turned out so beautiful. And I want to take a brief moment to do a quick little project with you guys using one of her digitals. I cut out some elements from the rainbow layer tag kit, and I printed the tags on this cream cardstock using the rainbow backgrounds on the back. I want to create a tag that is totally Cara style. In fact, I do this style so often, and it is 100% inspired by her. So I have some little elements cut out. These are from the kit, and then a few other things. By the way, my printer is out of ink. I wanted to share with you the Friday freebie just to give you an idea that you can get amazing free digitals every Friday. She has different tiers, I believe it's called. I'm not super familiar with Ko-fi or coffee, but you can check out all of the details on there because this is a great way to build your stash and get lots of inspiration. Okay, so let's quickly go to our tag. I have everything cut and I'm just going to ink up the edges here. Yeah, she's been doing these layered tags for a long time now, and she's just a master at stacking them, and I love it. So I know one thing that she does often is she'll layer the two tags and then have some elements kind of peeking out, and I think I'll do that as well. Definitely okay to take inspiration from someone, especially if it helps get you started on a creative journey. You'll see I'll add a few things that will make it my own as well. Okay, I'm going to place this down. Now I'm going to show you a few finished projects that I've made with her kits as well. I don't want this whole video to be about crafting, so I won't show you the whole process of all of those, but I do have them filmed like on a separate video, which you'll see at some point. But I'm really blown away at how many fun projects I can create with her digitals. Okay, I want the numbers to show, so I'm actually going to let that peek out kind of like a little tab. Perfect. Okay, then I was thinking for the back, I love the background, but to give it some writing space, I did go ahead and trim some writing paper that I had, and I thought that would be fun to put on the back. I don't usually do this, but again, I just wanted to make it my own. Ooh, we could have made this into a side pocket, but that's okay. So we have that. Now we can just carefully take some of these elements and layer them on. You really can't go wrong here. You can't mess this up because everything just works together so beautifully. Oh, I think I like this. And then I was thinking of using the circle. Maybe, ooh, actually, I know. I am going to add an eyelet at the top. So I'm going to put this at the top, and it'll kind of layer over the two tags. That's where we'll put our hole. I'm just carefully going around the edges like these. I did print the little elements on regular printer paper, but it's not a big deal that it's not super strong because we're gluing it and layering it anyways. And then I'm going to use this butterfly, and it was hard to choose a butterfly. She has so many beautiful options for this kind of project. These would be so fun to just layer up and make a bunch of tags at once and have them in your stash, because these would be awesome to use in journals. Okay, so I'm just going to go like that. And then we're just going to finish it off here. And we've basically made a tag in about 5 minutes. Whoops. It's okay that that's not perfectly straight. We'll just put our hole right there. And then I have, whoops, my hole punch is not working great. I have this little flower eyelet, which is perfect and so cute for this. And then I see her a lot of the times put little charms up here. And actually, I think it might be fun to take one of these. I have this last little specimen tag cut out, and I'm going to punch the smallest hole in this one. I'm hoping that's far enough over. I think it's okay. And I'm going to kind of add it on like that with a charm. I think both things will fit okay. Super fun. And then I guess we don't really have to add trim because we have the little bulb pin up here, but if you want to see what that looks like, here's the final tag. I did end up adding stitching around the outside, and then I moved the charm to the front, and I think that looks a lot cuter and lays better. And then I added a little vellum pocket because I couldn't help myself, with a little piece of her ephemera in the pocket, and then you still have room for journaling. So anyways, there's so many more fun activities like this that you can do with her printables, and not only can you get inspiration from her, but she literally will show you how to create these things on her YouTube channel. So now I want to go ahead and show you a few more fun projects that I have made with her kits. These are some projects that I made for another video actually, so if you want to see me create these things, I will put the link below if that's up yet. I was creating interactive page ideas, and I just love the vibe of all of her kits. The ones that I printed and used, I have probably 4 different kits, and they just all work together really well. So it was nice to be able to mix and match and not really have to worry too much about which specific kit I was using. But honestly, even just one of her kits, you can get so much use out of it. And so I'm just going to continue showing you these pretty things I made with her kits. And I just wanted to say that I am so proud to be a friend of hers, and I realized that she's actually been on YouTube for 6 years. I know with being on YouTube myself, sometimes it's hard to realize how much time has gone by, but honestly, just the amount of love and energy that she puts into not only her YouTube channel, but the entire creative community. I really, really hope that you will just take some time to go show her some love and support. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy anything from her shop, but go check out her videos, because if you like my videos, I guarantee that you will like hers. She really just puts so much time and energy into being a part of the community and going out of her way to collab with others, which I really love. I recently had found that she does kind of like a series on her channel called Craft Showdown, and I think she's a part of it, but either way, it's almost like a podcast, a crafty podcast, and it's really fun. So you'll have to check that out. There's special guests on there as well, which is really fun. And hey, even if you just like getting free printables, go check out her Ko-Fi page, because why not? And I know she does some different freebies in her Facebook group as well. So that's a really great way if you can't afford or you just don't want to spend money on more crafty things right now. That's a perfect way to indulge in updating your stash. So it was such a pleasure being able to talk about her and introduce you to her if maybe you didn't know who she was. And I thank you guys so much for watching. I will let you go, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye, guys.